Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, helping the government and community to flatten the coronavirus curve on ways such as social distancing, staying home, using PPE, and washing hands is a must since there is no existing vaccine yet. Please be safe always. Today, we are going to study about my games of two selected games played in the 2007 45th World Cup, Canberra, Australia. I'm grateful about these two games to share with you and to learn how to counterattack using creativity and tactical play. Now let's go to discuss about the games at diagram A and diagram B. This game, I'm playing a young and strong FIDE master, Christopher Wallis. I needed to be creative and play tactically as he is well adept in openings. Let's start by moving e4. c5. This is the Sicilian defense. Knight f3, knight c6. I played knight c6 because I'm aware that he plays the bishop b5 Rossolimo variation, so I was prepared. Continuously, bishop b5. This is the Rossolimo variation, a weapon of genius and world champ Grandmaster Bobby Fischer. e6, setting up a French position once he takes the knight at c6. Bishop takes knight, pawn takes bishop, d3, setting up a closed pawn structure which is advantageous for white. Knight e7, this is best maneuver done at f6 square. Queen e2, knight g6, this provokes h4 push to attack the knight at g6. Continuously, h4, h5 blocking it, e5, bishop e7 attacking the h4 pawn, queen a4 supporting h4 and watching over the center. c4. This is a very interesting move as it sacrifices the pawn. Then continuously dxc4, but there's another move which is if queen takes pawn, then knight e5, knight e5, then there's this move, queen a5 check. The knight at e5 is hanging and the king at e1 is checked. So from this position, black is advantageous. So we go back to dxc4, continuously rook b8 to support development of bishop at c8 going to b7. Knight bd2, c5, g3, bishop b7. Black has achieved the motive to control the diagonal, while it sacrificed the c-pawn. Queen e2, queen c7 eyeing knight e5, castles. Now, white revealed where it castles, but it seems better for black from this position. Continuously f5. White missed this tactical move. E accepts 6, G accepts 6. Now, the G file is open. Tactical play is just around the corner. Rook e1, king f7. The king is very much safe here. b3, rook bg8, bishop b2, bishop d6, threatening d3 pawn sacrifice. King f1, knight e7 positioning, knight e4, bishop takes knight, queen takes bishop, knight f5. This is a perfect square for the knight as well as attacking the g3 pawn. Continuously, queen d3, rook h6, knight d2. But there's another move which is rook a d1, rook hg6, king e2, which is an okay position. Now, as we go back after knight d2, then rook hg6 positioning, Knight e4, then bishop takes pawn, trying to open up the position. Knight x g3, knight x g3 check, pawn takes knight, rook takes pawn, attacking the queen, queen h7 check, rook h g7, queen takes pawn check, king e7. White here is on time trouble, but nothing he can do to prevent mate here. Continuously, rook e2, rook g1, king f2, then queen g3 mate. This game illustrated creativity and grit as shown when the black king stayed at the middle as it uncastled to execute tactical play. I hope you enjoyed this game. Now, let's go and analyze my game versus Grandmaster Johansen at diagram B. This is my game versus Grandmaster Johansen. He's very good in strategy and chess opening, so I prepared well for his English opening. So c4, this is the English opening, or we may say reverse Sicilian. Continuously e5, knight c3, knight f6, knight f3, knight c6. This is the four knights defense versus the English opening. Continuously e4, bishop c5. Here, the e5 pawn is very tempting to take. Continuously, knight takes pawn, knight takes knight, but there's another move which is bad. If bishop takes pawn check, king takes bishop, knight takes knight, d4, knight g6, e5. White is better here due to central pawns and two bishops. So as we go back after knight x e5, then d4, attacking bishop and knight. So bishop b4 pinning, dx e5, knight takes pawn, queen d4. This is an interesting position now as black is much more developed here. So there are several key moves, but I chose this move, f5, supporting the knight at e4. exf6, knight takes pawn, c5. The queen at d4 is attacking the bishop now. Queen e7 check, bishop e3 covering and supporting c5 pawn. Bishop takes knight check, bx c3, b6, cx b6, ax b6, bishop b3. But there's another move which is bishop c4, not allowing castling. Bishop a6, trying to exchange castles. Bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, d5, queen c6, king f7, c4, rook hd8 with an interesting position shown here. As we go back after bishop d3, then castles, bishop b7. I like the bishop's position here, eyeing the g2 pawn. Rook fe1, rook a5. This rook is heading to king's side, but white's two bishops are a bit annoying. So continuously, queen c4 check, queen e7, queen f4. But there are other moves after queen f7, which is queen x c7, bishop x g2, which is a tactical play. If king x g2, then queen d5 check, taking the bishop at d3. So if again after queen f7, then queen takes queen, king takes queen, f3. This is somehow best position for both sides, which is interesting. So after we go back to queen f4, then this tactical play, bishop takes pawn. As I shown you a while ago, the reason of this sacrifice, because the bishop at d3 is hanging for the check at d5. So continuously, bishop takes pawn check, king h7, king x g2, queen h5. The king at g2 is exposed, awaiting for the rook at a5 to go to f5. So continuously h3, rook f5. After this move, black is winning due to the white king is too exposed as mating net cannot be prevented. Queen x c7, this is actually not necessary. Rook f3, eyeing h3. Queen h2 supporting it, knight d5, threatening to take the bishop at e3 and rook f2 check. King g1, rook 8 f6. I'm happy about this game because having a privilege to play against a grandmaster, also winning the game. I hope you enjoyed my games. Thanks so much for the support. Keep safe. God bless.